protocol have already been set, but I still give thanks to God, who is the head of my life and all of this family here, and my family. Somebody asked me yesterday, says, how come you the last one of the 14? I really said, none of your business. Mary A. Hill, while she lived. Everything else is irrelevant now, but while she lived. And on today, her homegoing, there was time, and if you heard me, know me, I'm going to be real. I mean, I always been myself, that's it. There was time that, when we were younger, Sister Hill, I wish this day had came sooner. Leave my mom alone. Let me just say this: when you get as old as I am, because I remember the time when you didn't need a cell phone to call God. Well, I knew it would get quiet. But I remember the times, Sister Hill and I'm gonna be brief, Pastor. I'm not gonna. So see, I have to go back and stay in my sister's house. Let me say this so I can be quick. There's two things that I really want to do today and bring forward. Now, there was, Jesus wasn't the only one that had last 7 words on the cross. Because I want to give you the last 7 words that my sister had before she left. And the last 7 words that my father had with all the 14 of us. Before he passed away. Love, and because love is costly sometimes. We talk about love, and many parents have told me, and I know a lot of parents, and the only reason I didn't kill my child because I loved him. The first 20 years of my life, because Sister Hill was 1 year, is younger, 1 year, I say it now, in the present 1 year younger than I am, she was. The first 20 years of my life, talking about my life, and our lives, and I heard the pastor talk about. I just want to bring forth the other 13 because I'm still here. But I said last night that it's an absolute, positively guaranteed that the next sibling that passed in this family will be me. I'm not fooling myself, and you either. Sister Hill, and I want to be brief, and I am going to be brief. Sister Hill could sing. I mean, she could sing. I know that before anybody, because when we were 6 and 7, we sang a duet. Well, I didn't really sing. I just backed up. And she did the singing. There were 3 singers in our family, Sister Hill and Sister Virgie Jones and Brother Sammy. And the song that they used to sing, her and Brother Sammy, I can see so much. What the Lord have done for me. And I can make that statement that I look at this family this morning, all over them, I can see so much right now what the Lord have done for me. But see, there's a calling and there's a sending. God was a sending unit. I hate to pick on my family, but I see a lot of them driving around in Mercedes Benz and so forth. I can't, but they are, and it's theirs. God is just like your automobile. Whoever have that Mercedes, and what he do is that you take I don't care what kind of car you got, take the sending unit out of it. And you're going to sit there and sit there and go no place. So God sends, and God called, and he sent. Mama, there was, again, 14 of us, and we had to have some similar sounding names. So Mama would be in the backyard, I'd be in the front of a bunch of us, and she would call, and I'd run back there and say, ma'am, that's what we said back there. I said, ma'am. And Mama would say, I didn't call you, but you would do. I said that to say this, that if God didn't call you, you won't do. So to be brief, I will get to my point, because see, here's my pastor, Pastor Esther, and my nephew, and Ann, before Ann got sick. I stayed at her house. And I thought that because she would ride me all the time on the phone when I came into prison, I thought that Pastor Esther and Sister Wick would say something. Mama, why don't you get off of Uncle Jimmy back? Instead of them saying that, they was taking notes and saying, keep on, Mama. And on the other day, I'm finished now. On the other day, on last Sunday, I had to sit in the room with her for 2 hours. We was comforting her. And then Pastor Esther came in and to tell you how Ann was, because Ann, we never got along. When we was kids, never. Because she was right under me. And because I was a 7-month baby, I was always smaller than she was. And she would always was sitting at her bed, at a dying bed the other day. I think it was Tracy in there, and Tracy was rubbing on her shoulder, and I told her, hang on, rub on the other one, because she gonna claim I'm pinching her and tell Mama, so I would get a whooping. That's what she was like. But on her dying bed, she told me on the phone before I got here that when he called me. That's 7 words if you count them. I will answer. That was the last 7 words on the cross. But listen to the family. G, Edward, the one daughter before Edward, and then G, and then Celia, because, see, there was some obedience that the family had to do their part. So G and Celia, and if anybody in here, any of my niece and nephew, anybody knew Aunt Celia listened to the word, because she didn't have no children, but she was a mother and a grandmother to all of us. So Ann said to me on the phone that I'm ready to go. See, that's why I'm so glad this morning. I've been crying, but I have joy in my heart, because I got up the other morning, and I looked to the east, and I seen that God's sun still coming up in the east. You get up in the morning, the sun coming up in the west, you better get out of here. That's my God. But listen to Papa, and let me just call the rest of them. There was Celia after, and then there was Virgin, and I'm not going to describe any of them, and there was Rosie, and there was John, and there was Frank, and there was Carrie B, and there was Lorraine, and somewhere there was me. And then there was Ann, my antagonist, all the 20 years. And then there was Lily, my baby sister, and she took after Ann, because she gave me no rest. And Lorraine, I met Lorraine was on the bunch that always was on me. And then there was Sammy, then there was Willie, and then there was Joe. But then, before that, there was Papa. Oh, I wish in my lifetime I had a desire to call Mom and Papa by their first name. But if I had of, I wouldn't be here today. I've been the first one. I wanted to say, how you doing, Sam? What's up, Annie? But listen to what happened. I believe it was September the 10th, 1962. Papa summoned all of the 14 kids and Mama around his bedside in the afternoon about 6 o'clock. And I thought maybe he was calling us to rebuke us or say, I'm going to preach my last sermon. Or I want to pray for you. That ain't what he wanted. But he wanted to give us some instruction. And I say those were the last 7 words of Papa on his deathbed. He said, take care of your mother. Take care of the children. Now, he was telling us he had already prayed to God. He wasn't telling us to call God to do that. He said, you all do it. Take care of the mother. Take care of the children. But then he went further than social media have already taught us today. He said, take care of the grandkids. And that's why I say Aunt Celia and all of this family, most have cooperated because you have grandkids. I tell this because I told a man one time, and I had to apologize before I got married and I was young, and he was telling me he was taking care of his grandkids. I said, you ain't nothing but a fool. And I turned out to be the biggest fool of all. But Papa told us, he left us, those are his last 7 words on his deathbed. I thank God for Papa. I thank God for Mama, because Mama kept records. And I'm the only one that left here, but I'm in the hand of the Lord. I know Ann. I know Ann because when I left out the room and Pastor Esther come, and I've been in there 2 hours, and she's holding on. As soon as Pastor Esther came in, I don't know if it was half an hour, she left there. She did it out of spite. See, I say what I believe, and knowing that, but I stand here today and saying that this family of 14 kids, and I'm the only one left now, but I know God is on my side. I know I'm going to be next. There ain't no room. There's nobody else. But thank God, and I always bring this up because the anonymous writer said that he talks about, I was reading a book about, they were giving a survey on Main Street, and they said the greatest Main Street of all was in Collierville, Tennessee. And I thought about that. And then I thought about what the anonymous writer said, the main thing, this is what we haven't been doing, is to keep the main thing. Right. The main thing. What we are not doing, we have the main thing on a Sunday morning at 11 o'clock, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The main thing is gone. Keep the main thing. Yes, and this family be kept forever. Yes, sir.